Hello and welcome to Voices in Education. I am your host Natasha Lee. Hello, and welcome to this live where we'll be sharing live updates as it relates to this semifinal between Kingston College and Hydel High. And right now I can report that Hydel is leading 1-0. So 1-0, and that goal was scored in I believe the 3rd minute of play there. So again, that's Hydel High there, leading this 1-0. All right. So in this context, Hydel is leading this one, and we're just about 20 minutes that have gone in this game, in this encounter. Earlier we saw St. George's College and Mona High, and they played to a 2-1 match there, with Mona making it into the final. So here we're now waiting to see who will be joining Mona High in that final. And Hydel right now is going at goal, and trying to get across over is Hydel, still right there, very close. And Hydel is trying again. And let us see what happens with this one. Still with Hydel. Cross comes over, a good cross. And it goes to goal, but that one was saved. I felt not enough, pressure force applied to that one. Ruren should be here soon to perhaps take us through this in terms of updates. So I'll await Ruren to join us to share some updates for this one, as well as we continue with this one. And for sure, we want to hear from you. So we want to, once we get that halftime break, we'll have the phone line up and running so that we can hear from you as well. Ruren, are you ready to provide some updates for this one? So we'll just await Ruren. So Hydel goes for shot, and it's another goal. It's another goal for Hydel. And Hydel is definitely trying to cementing their place in this final. This is the number 14. And soon I will let you know who that player is. But right now, Hydel is having the time of their life right there at Sabina Park. So it is Hydel now. All right. So good cross there. And I am telling you, Hydel, they're not giving Kingston College any opportunity to settle in this one. So Hydel high, and this one is the number 14 from Hydel, who puts in the second goal. And Hydel here is definitely on a roll. So welcome if you're just tuning in. Remember to hit the like button, the subscription button, and share, share, share. Tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. So right now, it is Hydel on two, courtesy of Jackson and Henry. All right. And Hydel is leading KC 2-0. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if this is your first time here, let me know in the chat. Let me know where you're tuned in from. We're not able to provide you with the video. We can just share updates with you. So thank you so much for joining us here. Again, it is Hydel leading this one, 2-0. All right, so welcome, welcome. If you're there in the chat, please hit the like button and also hit that subscription button. And soon we will be joined by Buren, who is going to give us some updates as this match continues. All right, so Hydel is on a roll. Hydel is on fire, as we would want to say right now. So Hydel is pretty much trying to cement their way into this final. I have, pretty much said before this game, you would not have known this, but that Hydel, they're going to make it to the final. I remember earlier in the season, they played and I was listening to the coach and I said to Ruren then, listen, if Hydel tells you that they're going, believe them. And so right now, it's just that belief and, just seeing them playing and they're here and, executing well so far. So let us see how KC responds to this. And definitely I would want KC to respond so that we can have an exciting encounter. So that would be awesome. So again, welcome. So for now, the ball is with KC and we'll see how this works out for them in this context. So welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, it is Hydel leading KC 2-0. Let me know in the chat.
Hello, Natasha Lee. Are you
Hello,
hearing me?
how are you doing?
Yes, I'm not doing too badly. Just joining in for this for this game. Really good playing by Hydel here.
Awesome. So you can take over and just share some updates with us as this game continues to unfold.
Okay, all right. So Hydel, we're in the 27th minute here. Hydel is breaking down the left-hand side with the number 14 player. Passes it inside, gets the return ball, but cut down by the KC team. So it is 27. We're in the 27th minute. Hydel is leading 2-0. The first goal coming pretty early, the third minute by Jackson, the number 10. And I think the number 14, Henry, scored in the 23rd minute. So they're up 2-0 in this one. It's a corner to Hydel, their first of the game. Casey has 3 corners for themselves, but let's see what will come out of this one. Corner swung in. So my feed has been frozen for a little bit here. So I'll get you back up to date as soon as I'm able to.
All right, guys. So while you're here in the chat, let us know who you're supporting. Welcome, Shamari Glade, and Shamari supporting Idol. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So as soon as we get back in contact with Rurian, Rurian will be sharing with us some further updates. But as far as I know right now, Hydel is leading 2 goals to 0. So Hydel leads KC by 2 goals right now. So guys, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that subscription button, and of course, comment in the chat. Let me know who you're supporting, all right? So if you're Fortis Forever, let me know. If you're supporting Idel, let me know in the chat as well. All right, would love to hear from you in that regard. All right, so don't be afraid to comment in the chat, and soon we'll have the opportunity for you to call in on WhatsApp and share as well. So as soon as I get in touch with Rurian will definitely provide us with some more updates as it relates to the game here with Hydel and KC. But as far as I know, and based on what I can share with you, Hydel is leading 2 goals to 0. All right, so do you believe that Kingston College will get back in this one? Would love to hear from you. If you believe that KC can get back in this game, you can let me know. So right now, based on, an update here, a corner kick is coming in for Kingston College. So, and it is taken and cleared based on my understanding by Hydel. So Hydel did very well to clear that one, denying Kingston College a goal from that corner kick. And so Hydel is still doing well. Kingston College is pressing, all right, still pressing. And so my question to you is, can Kingston College bounce back? The brave may fall, but never yield. Will we see that this evening in this one? And so again, we'd love to hear from you. Do not be afraid to comment in the chat. All right. And let us know too where you're joining us from. And can KC bounce back? The brave may fall, but never yield. Will we see that demonstrated here this evening? Welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome to The Voices in Education. We can provide you with updates and definitely not able to show you anything, but we can share with you updates to keep, our community members informed. And if you're not yet a part of this amazing and safe space, please hit the subscription button and, come on over and share in the different programs that we have here on Voices in Education. All right, so welcome to all new and returning subscribers. And if you're here listening, welcome as well. And please consider subscribing. All right, so I'm not sure if Ruren is back and ready for us, but for sure, Ruren will let us know. So again, it's Hydel leading 2-0. And my understanding is that a KC player was down, requesting a penalty that was denied by the referee. All right, so one Chris, welcome, and one Chris is saying KC will lose. All right, so one Chris, you're supporting Hydel, and Hydel goes for another shot. That's what I'm being told right now. But that one was not, meant to be. Just needed a little bit more, I believe, in terms of, just guiding that, and a little bit, perhaps, could have, slowed that down. So it looks like it's going to be a corner kick for Hydel based on information received. And so we'll await that to provide you with further updates as to how that turns out. Will this be another goal for Hydel High? And again, please comment in the chat and let us know, where you're tuning in from, who do you believe is going to win, what school are you supporting? Win, lose, or draw, support your school. All right, so the corner kick was taken and no worries there created for KC based on our understanding, but there appears to be like a free kick that is coming up. So one Chris is saying Hydel all the way, soup. Is that soup, pressure, Chris? Let me know one, Chris. Soup, pressure. Who under pressure? Tell me in the chat, please. All right, so the corner is now taken and Hydel is pressing for goal based on my understanding, but KC is defending. And so we're waiting to hear. So just about 34 minutes have gone in this one. So in terms of the first half there, just about 34 minutes of play. And so again, it is Hydel leading 2-0. And KC, are they going to bounce back? Let me know in the chat. Will they be demonstrating the brave may fall, but never yield? Will this be a Dintil moment as it relates to what happened in the Champions Cup, or this is not Dintil, this is Hydel? So let's see. All right, so earlier Mona High and St. George's played in semifinal 1, and Mona High School, they have moved on to the final, awaiting the next team. So will it be Hydel or will it be KC? Right now, I am getting some information that the keeper for, looks like Hydel, is in some pain. So I'm just awaiting some further updates. Apparently, there was a ball that he went for and perhaps some clashes there. And my understanding is that the number 10 from the Kingston College team, perhaps being warned by the referee, not hearing of any cards being issued. So just awaiting further updates. So I can tell you that there's a break in the play right now just to provide some attention to the Hydel keeper. And so other players are taking a refreshment break here. Again, welcome. If you're just tuning in, let's hit that like button and also hit that subscription button as well. And let us continue to grow together. All right, so I'm looking at one Chris is saying KC meet their match. Yeah, all right, one Chris. Welcome. And I like when you guys keep the chat active, and let us go. I really like that. So share too. Tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. Share the link and let us have a good time. One Chris, where are you tuned in from? Let us know in the chat there. So the ball is back into play. So the game is back based on my understanding of things. And still pretty much, I guess, teams trying to find their way. But for me, it seems as if, you know, Hydel is not giving KC the opportunity to settle in this one. What I am getting to understand is KC is somewhat a bit more settled in this one and in at this point, and they're pressing in terms of trying to get a goal. But Hydel is also not giving up, and we're getting that Hydel is in a good position for a goal. They took a shot, but perhaps not the best in terms of, you know, the power on that. And so that one was easily taken by the goalkeeper. So again, welcome, welcome. And one Chris is saying, I am in Vineyard Town. Wonderful one, Chris. Hello to all the people tuned in from Vineyard Town. Hello, hello, hello to you from the Voices in Education. One Chris representing for Vineyard Town. Big up yourself, one Chris. All right, welcome guys. Don't be afraid to comment in the chat and, you know, say hi, say hello, and, you know, let me know where you're tuned in from. This is a safe space where we share different perspectives. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that, you know, everyone feels welcome here, everyone feels valued. So welcome, welcome. All right, you know what they say in Jamaica? When you sneeze after saying something, true talk. So I'm not lying. Safe space, welcome, welcome. And just hit the subscription button and be a part of this Voices in Education family. Getting an update that Casey just took a shot on goal that was denied. All right. And so, as I mentioned earlier, you know, it was my understanding that Casey settled a bit more and they're pressing, and Hydel is trying to continue to press for another goal. And I am wondering what their instruction would be at this time for the Hydel team. Perhaps try to press and get another goal. And at what point do they say, all right, let us just, you know, lock Casey out of this one? Or is it a case where they realize that Casey is still pressing? So as a team, they're trying to get, you know, as much as possible in terms of scoring. But Casey is still pressing right now based on information and as an opportunity to score, and lost that to Hydel. And one Chris is saying, when you sneeze, they say bless you. Yes, one Chris, that one, when you never hear the one that's when you sneeze, I say true talk or true word. That one too. All right, welcome, welcome. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Let us run up the likes and of course the subscription here. And let me know in the chat, man, which school are you supporting? Are you Team Hydel or KC? Do you believe that KC can come back in this one? Are they able to demonstrate that the brave may fall but never yield in this game, in this matchup between them and Hydel? Right now, again, it's Hydel leading 2-0, and we're just about 41 minutes in the first half of this one and getting closer to that halftime mark. Of course, noting that, you know, there might be some added time. So not Hydel, Casey's pressing based on, you know, my understanding here. And so we're just awaiting for the updates. So right now, again, you know, we have seen Hydel. Hydel stepped out very strong and they wanted to they're sending a message.
For sure, Natasha Hydel is sending a strong message to the KC fans and the KC team.
Thanks for coming back.
Yes, I'm back just before the half goes, and you know, they can just imagine how the ideal school, the family is celebrating, and what the mood is like in the KC.
Just
KC
a moment
camp.
there, Buren. One, Chris, I am a country girl, all right? I'm a real country girl. Country school thing. All right, one Chris. So right now, I think it's Ruran, you're saying, I guess supporters are just in a very celebratory mood right now. The Hydel.
Depending on the camp that well, the Hydel one fans are definitely celebrating, but the KC ones are, hoping for, for them to have a better second half for sure. If they have a good second half, then this match is going to come alive in that second half.
Okay, okay, okay. So I get you there. I get you there. So what do you
So,
believe? How do you believe this one will go? I was saying earlier that, would KC or will KC live up to their, the brave, or will demonstrate this evening that the brave may fall but never yield? What are your views on?
well, well, if KC lives up to that, it's going to be an enthralling second half. But Heidel is keeping them under pressure, not giving them much room on the ball, and making sure that they keep them under the pressure. So that's what's happening. But Heidel has dominated the first half, and the second half is going to be really interesting because it's a do or die game. So if you don't win, you're going to be out of the competition. So I think Casey is going to come back out in the second half, giving their all.
Okay, so it is my understanding that they're back into play, and perhaps just a few minutes before, the first half, I guess, of course, with that added time. So any further updates for us?
Yes, the game is happening. It's going to be 2 minutes of added on time for the first half. So we're in the 45th minute, 46th minute actually. So we're into extra time for the added on time for the first half. And it's still Heidel leading 2-0. And, they're going strong just the same.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm looking in the chat here, and one Chris is saying Casey will have to come back next year. So do you feel that this is a done deal for Hydel?
Well, it's possible for them to lock down and defend these two goals. But I think a third goal would probably be what they're going to aim to get in the early in the second half, and then try to shut down the advances of KC. You might even see the Hydel team just laying back and allowing KC to attack and then play them on the counter because
Right.
KC has to score to get back into the game, so they have to push forward, and that could give them gaps in the defensive area. Ideal going forward once more, and they're well good defending by the KC team, and it is still 2-0.
So in a case like this, Ruren, if you were the coach for Hydel, or yeah, let's start there for Hydel, at what point would you say to team, defend, defend, defend? I think we're okay in terms of where we're at, so let us keep KC out.
All right, so we're at halftime now. If
Okay,
I
good.
were the coach, Ah, it's a tough one being in the cases in Heidel's, you said, right? In Heidel's camp, I would try to get a go ahead goal on the counter because Casey has to score to be in the game. So I would, get players behind the ball to counter their attacking strides and play them on the counter going forward. So I'll try to catch a goal on the counter. As I said, with Casey having to come forward, then there's going to be a lot of gaps at the back, and that's where I would try to get them out of this game. Just trying to score a third or a fourth goal, just to kill their morale and just ensure that we proceed to the finals.
Okay, good. Some good points there. So persons in the chat, I just want to let you know that the WhatsApp number is on screen. We perhaps can take a call or two depending on how, the break goes and in terms of providing updates. So if you'd like to call in, the WhatsApp number, so WhatsApp calls only. You can call the WhatsApp number on screen. Please, if you're calling us, please turn your feed down or mute it or low because that gives us a bad feed here on this side. And would love to hear from you. So one, Chris, if you're interested in calling, the WhatsApp number is on screen. And let us know in the chat too who you're supporting. So it's the end of the first half and it is still Hydel leading 2-0, right, Ruren?
Yes, still Hydel leading 2 goals to nil. They go into the half, with a comfortable lead, and they just need to manage this game for the second half in order to proceed to the final. It's all to do for KC in the second half. So, in order for this one, I think what would make this game, really come alive if KC gets an early goal in the second half, because that would kind of open the window again for this game. So that's what I'm thinking as it relates to this game so far.
For sure. And so based on our understanding, and you can correct me here, the first goal for Hydel came in the 3rd minute by
Third
way of
minute, yeah,
Jackson. And then
Jackson,
the
yeah.
second one was the 23rd minute by way of Henry.
I'm not too sure about that. I think it's Henry for the second one. But the first goal was expertly taken by Jackson. He intentionally delayed the shot so that the defenders could. A matter of fact, he was cutting in from the left hand side. He cut one place over to the right, and he moved the ball a little bit further right so that the defender would get into the vision of the goalkeeper, and then he calmly slotted home. It was a beautifully taken goal and really expertly done. The keeper had no chance. As by the time he saw it, it was too late, and the ball was, coming back from the back of the net. So beautifully taken goal there by Jackson in the 3rd minute.
So being that we're here and you can let me know when, you need to provide us with further updates. What are your views on the Mona St. George's College match?
Well, St. George's College is always a top team in the Manning Cup, and to lose to Mona means that Mona must have really done something really well. I don't have a lot of information on that game, so I can't speak definitively on it. But I'm thinking if Mona has that caliber to beat them, then it means that Mona has a good team, and this final is shaping up pretty nicely.
Awesome. So I want to take you back, Ruren, to you remember we were doing props and updates with an Hydel game and I remember saying to you, what did I say to you about Hydel? If you can recall.
Yeah, you said that once the coach is coming out so confidently, then you're expecting them to go far in this competition.
For sure. So like for me here, Hydel, it's no surprise for me that Hydel is here. And so, I'm expecting Hydel to go all the way to the final in this one. And I don't know a lot about the Mona team. And so for me, it's going to be, Hydel with this one. And I am saying, I'm calling a Hydel Mona final. Not writing off KC, but I'm calling a Hydel Mona final. When KC and
Okay.
Glenmere
So just
meet
some match
in the
stats. 12
Champions
shots
Cup,
on
then
goal, 12 shots on target for Hydel, 6 for Kingston College. Kingston College surprisingly has most of the possession of the ball with 51%. And there's just one yellow card going to the Hydel team. Sorry, Natasha, for
oh, that's totally
disturbing in
okay.
that regard.
Kemar, welcome. You can try Sports Max Kemar Smith in the chat. You can try them. or I don't know, CVM. So you can try that, Kimar. So in that context, then, Rurian, in terms of what you're seeing, are you calling it yet to say it's a Hydel Mona, final in terms of the matchup, or are you still
It's
saying
it's it's
it's still
looking
too
it's
early to
looking
call?
that way, but the first 15 minutes of the second half will tell us a lot where this match could go. You can't write off the fact that Casey came back from one goal down in their previous encounter to win two. So they have that depth, they have that belief. So let's see if they can dig deep this time to get that sorted out this time to come back into this game. But it's going to be an interesting second half to watch.
For sure, but only that Casey is not playing Dintil right now.
That's for sure. But when you have the drive, when you have the desire to win, you will have to they'll have to dig deep to get this done. Let's see if the Hydel team will allow them. I think the Hydel team decided that they're going to go, and put all the pressure they can on them, and that's what they did. Getting the goals were good, and KC they have it all to do in the next
Yeah,
45
that
minutes.
that's a lot, and I guess we'll see how they respond. Because I was saying too, I want Casey to respond because it makes the game more exciting, right? And
For
I,
sure.
I I know that they can in some shape or form, so that would be beautiful to see, Casey coming back and saying, hello, we're still here. It's not over yet. So I would love to see that. I would love to see a very, perhaps a goal from Casey early in the second half to just see how well Idel can respond or keep that momentum going from their side of things, but also for Casey to come back into this game and having some confidence in terms of going forward as well. So I would love to see that. Are they ready yet to continue, Ryan? Do you know?
No, not yet.
Okay, okay. So
So if
we're
anyone
still
wants to
here.
call and rep their team, they still have time to give a short call in, and just to give your team a shout out.
For sure. Would love to hear from you. Again, we perhaps can take a call or so. So the line is open, the number is on screen. Definitely give us a call. Hit that like button, hit that subscription button, and let us continue to grow together. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Voices in Education. This is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. All right, regardless of our perspectives, we do that in a respectful way. So if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. So Ruren, any further updates for us, or
Just to describe the second goal that was scored by Henry in the 23rd minute. Henry is the number 14 player, I think, on the Hydel
yes.
team. Expertly taken goal. He had a tight angle to shoot from. He was down the right hand side, got past one defender, and beat the keeper to his near post at the pigeon. The powerful shot that the keeper could not manage. Expertly taken goals. So two beautifully goals scored by the Hydel team. Jackson in the third minute and Henry in the 23rd minute. And at halftime, we are 2-0 up. The Hydel team is 2-0 up.
Okay, okay. So wonderful there. So we're still here and just waiting for the second half action to begin between Hydel and Kingston College. And right now, Hydel is leading 2-0. And again, I am asking the question, Is it a case where we'll see KC demonstrating that the brave may fall but never yield? So guys, talk to us in the chat. Let me just refresh this chat just in the event that I'm missing some comments here. Let us know, what are your views as it relates to this one. And for sure, we can do better with the likes. So go ahead and hit that like button and as well the subscription button, all right? And welcome if this is your first time here. All right, so what I'll do, we'll just go to some music until we get some further updates, since we're not getting any calls, until we get some updates as it relates to the second half. Do you know if there's any particular reason why the second half is not yet, started, Ruren?
No update. Well, probably it's a 15 minute break, so I think probably they're going to come out soon.
Okay, and I'm wondering about the lighting at Sabina Park. Do you know if they have good lighting there?
Well, the lighting had to be good for cricket to be played, so I doubt they should have any problem with lighting at Sabina Park unless that has fallen off significantly.
Okay. So yeah, for sure. I am hoping that that is not something that will affect this one. And I was wondering too, perhaps why they didn't have like an earlier start to this one, like a 1 o'clock and I guess because of I don't know, like TV time or whatever. But I was wondering, in that context, if we would see, an earlier start, just so that we wouldn't have this late start for the second game. So hoping that, I don't know. I'm still asking the question, is it a case where KC will demonstrate that the brave may fall but never yield? I'm still waiting to hear that. And Hydel is soaring upwards on the wings of excellence. And of course, they have demonstrated very early in the first half how, excellent they are in that context. I believe the 3rd minute there, Jackson got the first goal for Hydel. And then the second goal came in the 23rd minute by way of Henry. All right, so welcome. If you're just tuning in, we're providing you updates from the game between KC and Hydel. And I can recall earlier in the season, having that conversation and saying, hey, listen, if you hear that Hydel coach talking like that, just look out for them. And I'm telling you, I'm expecting Hydel to go all the way to the final as it relates to Hydel and perhaps Mona, but still KC can come and change this, right? And so for me, wanting to see KC, get an early goal in the second half, just to see how Hydel will respond and would respond, and also for the game to be a very exciting one. We want to see it when it's, exciting and lively. So, Ruren, any updates as it relates to the second half now?
So the second half is almost ready to be started. So, the coverage will start back soon. So don't worry. I'm seeing bright lights at Sabina Park and the players are on the park. So if you're just joining us, we're seeing a game that Hydel is leading 2-0. Jackson scoring in the 3rd minute, the number 10 and the number 14 Henry scoring in the 23rd minute, 2 beautifully taken goals. And ever since that second goal in the 23rd minute, Casey, is under a lot of pressure. And let's see how they'll respond to that pressure in the second half.
For sure. We'll definitely love to see that in terms of their response there. And we just want to see the excitement for sure.
For sure. So the referee has the whistle in his mouth, and the game has resumed. It's with Hydel going down the left hand side with an attacking play. So trying to get KC back there, push KC back initially. It's with Hydel again. They're doing this attack down the left hand side. Brought won by Casey, who gives the ball back to Hydel. They're coming down the center of the park now with their attack, coming right over to the right side. Good ball passing here by Hydel, trying to build up some pressure on the KC team. Good ball driven into the penalty box. Cross comes in and the ball goes out for a corner, it seems. Yes, so a corner. So Heidel getting the ball across the box, but no one was able to get a definitive touch on that one, and it trickles behind for a goal kick. Sorry, not a goal kick, a corner kick for Heidel. So set plays are usually dangerous. Number 14 is over it, Henry. Cross comes in, headed out by the KC team. Still with Hydel, shot from about 30 yards out, cut down by the KC defenders. And KC clears their line. Ball is at about the half line and it is knocked out for a throw into KC. So KC trying to come forward with this play here. KC building this one from around the back. Putting some passes together is KC. And surprisingly enough, KC had the better of the possession in the first half, but wasn't able to do much with that possession as they come down the right hand side with an attack here. Ball booted out by the Hydel defenders. So it's a throw in on the near side here for the KC team. Making a few passes. The ball is about at the center circle on the Heidel's half. Shot from about 50 yards out. Not on target and not a strong shot, and it trickles behind for a goal kick. So Heidel with the goal kick. We start building this one from the left hand side. Going forward. Gives the ball away to the KC team at the half line and whistle on the play as a free kick goes to the KC team. Short, quick, taken quickly. All driven forward but cleared out. So it's KC with the ball at about the half line mark, driving forward, cleared out by the Hydel team. This ball is knocked out for a goal kick.
Yeah, welcome, Davian Rahim. Welcome. The score is 2-0, and Hydel is leading 2-0, and Casey is trying to get back in this one. Am I right, Ren?
Yes, they are. But the ball is with Hydel now. They're going forward again down the right hand side of the park. Broken up by KC. And ball booted out by the Hydel team. So how do you think this one will finish, Natasha? Any prediction on the final score?
Final
We know that
score,
it's
I'm probably
yeah.
going to say Hydel 3 goals and KC 1.
Okay, 3-1 to Hydel. All right. So
In favor of
ball is with.
Hydel. That's my prediction there.
Okay. Shot from way out again by the KC team, wide of the target. So lot of players behind the ball for Hydel, and KC is trying to shoot from far. Some good 40, 50 meters out, but the shots aren't finding the target. So it's a goal kick for the Hydel team. Poorly taken, given away to the KC striker, and a goal. So KC pulls one back, poorly taken back kick, and it was right to the leg on the foot of the striker. Well taken goal as well. He took the first touch was good, took a second touch, and a clinical finish. And Vassal Reynolds, the coach of KC, is really happy. Not much celebration from the KC team, and we got what we asked about. A poor kick taken by the defender there, and a beautifully finished goal, left-footed finish by the number 2 from the KC team, and the goal score is now it is 2-1 in favor of Hydel. So let's see if it's going to be KC's half. So your score is coming up, not necessarily.
That's
So
what
it's
I'm
Smith.
saying. Did you ask me too soon?
Yo.
Raheem,
So
you're
it,
welcome,
it,
Raheem. I
so
wonder, did
it's
you ask me too soon? Because now I'm wondering, is Casey demonstrating the brave may fall but never yield? This is getting interesting,
oh
and this is
well,
what I
we
want
have
to
to wait and
see.
see. We have to wait
Yeah.
and see.
So
So
now
it
I
is.
want Idel to respond to this for sure. But Kingston
Well,
is
let's
pressing,
see.
I guess, right?
Well, it's a bit choppy the second half so far. Defense, well, it's a poor kick out from the defender that found the number 2 Smith, who took advantage of that poor clearance by the Heidel defenders. But I'm wondering if the Heidel team has run out of steam because they really went really hard on the
In the
in the
first
first
half.
half.
Yeah,
So
and balance
let's
is
see.
important, right?
Yes, for sure. Let's see what's happening here. Hydel is on the attack, though. They're coming down the right hand side with an attacking throw. Let's see. The ball is going to be tossed into the box. No, taken short. Cross goes in. Let's see if anyone will latch onto that. Header onto that by the number 7, but it's a defensive header headed way up, no power on the shot, and it's an easy take for the KC goalkeeper.
So what is the atmosphere like right now, Ruren?
Well, it seems, the KC supporters are slowly getting back into the game. That goal will lift their spirits. And, let's see how things progress going forward.
Right, guys, welcome. If you're just tuning in, please remember to hit the like button and the subscription button, and let us continue to grow together. All right, so will this be the time for Casey to shine and say, you know what, we're ready, Idol, we're ready. You're just not going to take this from us like that. Not
Yep.
hearing
So
Rurian just yet.
Hydel
Okay.
is going forward again in the middle of the park. Shot from above 30 yards out, cut down by the KC defenders, who drives this one forward, giving away to Hydel. Hydel going down the left-hand side once more. Ball coming into the box, headed out by the captain of the KC team. And he headed that one out for a throw-in. So it's going to be a throw-in for the Hydel team. Throw-in that is deep into the KC half. So let's see what will happen here. So just a little bit of information on the goal scorer for KC. It's his second goal for this season. And who I don't think that goal could have come at a better time for his team. So his second goal of the season. His name is Smith. He scored in the 51st minute to give some breathe some life back into this game for the KC team. So
Yeah, for sure. And that is good. And that's what I was talking about. Like I want KC to score in the early part of the second half. It makes the game more interesting. It gives us as, fans something to look forward to, just that momentum that now you're going to get from both sides, because I am sure Idel does not want that, extra time. They don't want to go over into penalty, considering how they started out in this one.
yeah, for sure. They wouldn't want that. And they needed to manage the game. They didn't get like it was a soft goal, I would say. It's almost like they gave KC that opportunity to come back into the game. But let's see how that will work out if that defensive error will come back to haunt them. Because there's lots of time in this one. We're currently in the 56th minute, so we have a good 30 minutes or so to play in this one, over 30 minutes. So we this is slowly but surely shaping up to be an interesting contest. It could have even been, Hydel scoring a few more goals and knocking KC out of this one, but it's good to see them showing some character. You're not missing out on anything. The KC goalkeeper, seemed to have suffered an injury. He's up on his feet again, so that's good.
Yeah, and it's always good to see students at this level just doing their best. And as fans, supporters, let us continue to support them, win, lose, or draw. They have worked so hard, and so to be here for sure must be telling of the hard work that they have put in for this season.
For sure, for sure, for sure. And we have to say, give kudos to these players because it's not easy training for so long, and the games come quick and fast, and they have been doing well. So despite all, that you're top four team in the Manning Cup, and that's a huge achievement.
For sure. So, Ruren, how many minutes have gone in this one? About 55?
We're at 58 minutes now, so we're in the 59th minute, and Casey's moving forward with the ball down the right hand side, broken up by the Hydel team, who's coming down the middle with an attack. Let's see what's happening here.
All right. Welcome, Anne Marie, and hello, Garvin. So, Garvin is about, I guess, 60 minutes gone in this one. So, about 30 minutes to go or so. And I guess plus added time. Welcome, welcome. We can do better with the likes. So, just close the chat briefly, hit that like button, touch the thumbs up, and also the subscription. All right. Hit that and let us know where you're tuning from and who you're supporting. So, Ruren, I didn't ask you, who are you supporting, by the way? You sound
I'm
KC.
neutral. I'm neutral. I'm a neutral. I'm
I
neutral.
told them that I'm a country girl. So, are you a country boy?
Definitely a country boy.
But you must, like, I came out and I said, listen, I think Hydel is going to go all the way. So, come on. We are not Tonys, but who do you believe is going to go all the way in this one?
All right, so just to make it balanced, I'm going to say Casey. Let's see if Casey can rally. So I'm just going to make it balanced so that we can see. Let's see if Casey can pull another goal out of it and make this one more interesting. So
For
it's
sure.
Hydel going down the middle of the park with an attacking play. Hydel making some passes, asking Casey to come to the ball, knowing that Casey needs the ball to score, and the more they play, the more the time ticks away. So it's the Hydel team going forward, and they will win a corner kick. So let's see if they'll make use of this set play.
I was just trying to unmute. So here, Garvin is saying it's a lot of time for KC to come back in this one. And a lot of time for lots to happen for sure, Gavin. So really, kind of get what you're saying there for sure. So much can happen in 30 minutes. So still a significant amount of time to go in this one. And again, it is now 2-1 in favor of Hydel. Welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button and the subscription button. We can do so much better with that. Rurian, back to you. Any further updates for us?
Yeah, Heidel's still going down the left hand side with an attack. They have a throw in now, so let's see what they will make of this. But for sure, Heidel has looked like they have decided to defend this one. They're up and playing just the same. So let's see how things go with this one. Making some good passes here and going forward once more. It's with number 10. Good ball here. Let's see. It's pulled back for the number 9, and it's blocked by the the defenders of the KC team. The the referees calling for handball, and I think it's probably well justified too. So handball there, and that prevented them from going for the rebound on that one. But the good defending from KC not to go 3-1 down. KC's pushing forward once more, but Hydel cuts down that play. So it's Hydel with the ball, and they're building their attack on the left hand side this time. So whistle on the play. So it's going to be a free kick to the Hydel team just over the half line.
So do you feel that the momentum has increased in the second half, or it's pretty much more or less the same as the first half, Rurian?
I think the tempo has gone down a little bit. I think Heidel exerted a lot of energy to get KC under pressure and having them 2-0 down, and they're not pushing as hard as they did in the first half to I guess conserve on a little bit of their energy as well. So the tempo is definitely down. You can see Casey slowly but surely coming back into the contest too, not only with the scoreline but with the making a few passes here and there. So hopefully we will have a nice ending to this one, whichever team wins, right? So you're not missing anything now. The Heidel goalkeeper, he seemed to have been having a little bit of cramps. He's back on his feet now, and I think they're going to resume this contest here.
All right, Mats, welcome. And Mats is saying you're amazing. Keep it up. May Lord bless and keep you. Thank you, Mats, and blessings to you too. And Marie Brown is saying hello, everyone, KC. So you're cheering for KC there, Anne Marie. So Ruran, I guess the chat is buzzing
For
somewhat.
sure,
Right?
and big up Anne Marie for joining me on the KC team. And let's see if we can, brave this one out.
All right, guys. So in the chat, let us know if you're Team KC or Team Hydel. So KC is demonstrating or is going to demonstrate that the brave may fall but never yield. But Hydel is saying, listen, we're soaring upwards, all right, on the wings of excellence. So let us see how this one turns out. It got a bit more interesting in the second half for sure. And Ruren, I'm just throwing it back to you.
No problem. Casey going forward with an attack, but here comes Hydel with a counter play. But Casey breaks that one up, and they're building this one from the back going forward. So the pace of the game has slowed considerably to the first half. Casey going forward down the left hand side. Good ball passing by the Casey players, and it's going to be a whistle on the play here. Let's see what will happen if that was a offside or a foul. So it's going to be a substitution for the KC team. It's number 6 that's going to go on, and number 19 that will come off. So we will give you some more information on that. So it's Edwards going in and Byfield. Edwards going in and Byfield coming off. So Edwards is number 6 and Byfield was 19. So Casey making a change here. It's Hydel coming down the right hand side. Number 14 again, who scored that stunning second goal for Hydel, is trying to make some space on the left hand side. Well tackled up by the number 5 from Casey. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Hydel team.
So I had said that this one was going to go 3-1 in favor of Hydel, Ruben. So do you think that, that's a good prediction in that context? Guys, please keep the chat going and hit
For
the like
sure.
button. We can do better with the likes and the subscription as well. Yes, Ruben?
Yeah, for sure. That's a good score line. Another player goes down. It looks like the number 9 of the Hydel team. He's down, seems to be in some pain, and we're hoping that he is okay. Seems to be touching onto his shoulder. Let's see what happened here.
Well, I hope the player is okay as well, because we never want, injuries, to that nature. And
So he's being stretchered off the field. So he seemed to be in a lot of pain. He has had a few bandages on his right hand as well, and it seemed like he got some injury on that right shoulder. So the ball is with KC now. The game has restarted. We're in the 68th minute of this contest. KC is building down the middle of the park, going forward and given away to the Hydel team, who gives it back to Casey. A shot from way out, about 40 meters, but no challenge for the goalkeeper of the Hydel team, who takes that one pretty easily and is looking to build this one from the left hand side going forward. So here comes Hydel once more, building down the left hand side. Ball is about at the half line mark. Good tackling here from KC, but the Hydel team is able to clear their lines. So game not as settled as you would want. Good ball through by the KC player and good defending by the Hydel team. That was a searching pass, that beautiful pass made forward there, almost going through, and that could have led to the second goal, but well cut out by the Hydel defenders. So it's Hydel going forward with this one once more. Broken up by the KC team. KC seemed to have a lot of possession of the ball of late, and this could be dangerous for the Hydel team. Ball attacking play broken up by the Hydel team and booted upfield. It's with the KC goalkeeper who passes this one out to the right hand side as KC builds their attack going forward here. Ball down the right hand side with KC just outside the box. Shot taken, cut down by the Hydel defense. So Casey is exerting some pressure here. Good ball through from, and beautiful ball through by the KC team. And this is 2-all. Beautiful ball. That's a perfectly worked goal. You know, he snuck behind the defense. Awesome run. And in the 71st minute, we have an equalizer from KC. So that's actually your 3-1 score. You'll have to change that because it's
I
too
guess so.
beautiful goal taken
I was
here.
saying, will
Lovely
KC
pass by the
demonstrate
number
that
8
the brave
and
may
a one
fall but
touch
never
finish
yield?
by the number 11. One touch finish by the number 11, perfectly placed. Keeper was left flat-footed with that pass. The defenders were caught napping, and it was on the cards that something was going to happen. Casey has been enjoying much of the possession for the last 2 to 3 minutes, and I just mentioned it. And they strung a pass through and a beautifully executed goal. The goal was pretty much scored by the pass that caught the defenders sleeping, and Hislop scoring in the 70th minute for the KC team.
Yeah, so this is now a game. So if you were not listening to us for the updates, no, you need to listen some more. So this is interesting. And I like when it is this interesting, Ruben. So
For
albeit,
sure.
wanting Hydel to go all the way and you wanted Casey to go all the way. Perfect balance there. But for sure, I
Yep.
like when it's exciting. So right now, both teams, they understand what is at stake. And you mentioned something earlier, or in the sense where Hydel seems to have, run out of steam somewhat. They exerted so much in the first half, and right now we're not seeing them, being able to perhaps keep up with the pace as how they started out.
Yeah, so they have looked a little bit, below their energetic best in this second half, and it is Casey who is slowly working themselves back into this one. Long ball up for Casey. Good. Oh, that's a one-time effort, but he miskicked that one, and he totally missed that one. And that was a long ball, long searching ball there. And if he had connected, he could have been trouble for the Hydel team. Here comes Casey once more. Lot of movements off the ball. Good defending by the Hydel team here. And but Casey's all over them like a rash, I tell you. They finally get a chance to clear their lines. They're attacking down the right hand side with Henry, the number 14. He slipped, and the ball is with Casey once more. Casey's building this one down the left hand side with the number 10 who's moving forward, cutting into the middle, playing it over to the right hand side. There comes Casey once more with the ball. Lots of possession for Casey. It's the number 11 Heslop who has the ball, showing off his dribbling skills. Did too much of it and gave the ball away to Hydel, who gave it right back to that number 8 who strung that pass through for the number 11 to score. The number 8 is brought down, and they're trying to rile up the support in the stands, or the KC players, and they have a free kick in an interesting position here. It's about 25 yards out, not dead center in front of the goal, but you know, in an interesting position for a free kick. Set plays are always dangerous, so let's see what will happen with this one. It's the number 7 that's standing over the ball. Another player is there, and they're discussing what they want to do with this one. The goalkeeper of the Hydel team is making sure the wall is perfectly placed. And let's see if nothing, let's see if the guys from KC can make anything from this one. But I'm sure the coach, Basil Reynolds, should be a lot more comfortable than how he went into the first half. And he would be totally thrilled if they could pull this one back. from two down to back to two. All this is beautiful played from them. Good kick taken just over the bar, left-footed shot coming and not too far away from the target. To be honest, the goalkeeper looked like he had it covered, but not a bad free kick from the number 14 player, I think, from KC. So KC is enjoying lots of possession, getting a few opportunities to go at the Hydel goal, and it's even Stevens. So both teams have to play for the win.
Yeah, for sure. So right now, everyone should know what is at stake in this context here. And so again, it's 2-2, KC 2, Hydel 2. And we're here. Please hit the like button, hit the subscription button as we continue to share updates with you in this encounter. So who is going to the final? We'll see. We'll see. So it's just about, is it about 80 minutes of play now, Ruren?
So we are in the 77th minute of play. A player is down, a Hydel player is down. Seem to have gotten some, stepped on by a player from the KC team. Seen in a picture of Vassal Reynolds, and he's still not looking happy. I'm wondering if this player got a card for that one, but still not looking happy, and I guess he won't be happy until they're making it through to the final. So it's the number 19 player for Hydel that is, has suffered some injury. He limps off, and he's going to get further medical attention off the field, and the magic spray seems to be, pulled out. So hopefully that will help.
Yeah, the chat is quiet. I don't know. The chat should be buzzing now. One, Chris, are you still here? Raheem, let me know what's going on in the chat here. I'm just going to refresh the chat. And guys, we can do better with the likes and the subscription. So just hit the like button. So as Ruan mentioned, there's a break. There's a stop there in the context of the play. So would love to hear from you. So share in the chat, guys, and let us keep this, conversation going. So I'm trying to get this chat up again, just to refresh to see what is going on, to see if we have any new comments in the chat. Not seeing any new comments in the chat. All right, so just remember to hit the like button. Let's keep liking and subscribing and sharing and commenting. So Ruren, back to you.
You're still here. So number 8 of Casey has received a yellow card for tugging the shirt of one of the Hydel players. Oh, it's Casey building down the right-hand side in the 79th minute here. 11 minutes of cracking football to come. Both teams are level here. If they go level off after 90 minutes, they're going to go probably into overtime and eventually penalties. I'm not sure if they will do overtime or the extra time, or they will do penalties. So here comes the Hydel team again, broken up by KC, and KC's building down the left hand side. Good pass over to the right, but poorly judged by the player over there, and it's a throw in for the Hydel team. So about 11 minutes of regular time plus stoppage time to play in the second half, and it is Hydel 2 and KC 2. If you're just joining us, it was Jackson who opened the scoring in the 3rd minute, and then in the 23rd minute, it was Henry of Hydel who made it 2-0. And at that stage, you would say that Casey seemed down and out. However, in the 51st minute, it was Smith, the number 2 player, who brought one back for the KC team. And in the 70th minute, it was number 11 Heslop who made the game all square at two. And that's where we're at now. In the 81st minute, it's 2-all to this game. Two for Hydel, two for KC. And we are looking to see which team will push forward for the win. It's Hydel who's on the charge now. Ball played inside the box. Header into toward the goalkeeper, but it's a weak header, and that's not going to challenge the custodian much. So it's going to be Casey building this one again from the back. Another player goes down for Hydel. It's the number 14 Henry who scored in the 23rd minute. Seems to be clutching to his left leg. So another stoppage in play.
So are there cheers still going on, Ruren?
Well, I think, both teams are pretty excited now. It's just like the game has restarted at the 70-minute mark because both teams are even Stevens again. So, all the persons who are, talking, they both, from both teams, they have lots to say because their team is back in, Casey's back in. And to be honest, Casey has been, enjoying the better of the play for the last few minutes. So it's an interesting game here.
Okay, welcome, guys. If you're just tuning in, it's Hydel 2, KC 2, and an interesting encounter, especially here in the second half of this one. Please remember to hit the like button, the subscription button, the share button, and comment in the chat. Let me know where you're tuned in from, and also let me know what school you're supporting. Would love to hear from you in the chat. If this is your first time here, welcome. Voices in Education is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining this safe space where everyone feels welcome and where everyone, feels valued. So welcome. And
Yeah.
Ruren, are you still
So
here
it's
and
the
ready?
still here with you. It's the KC team coming down the left hand side with an attack here. Let's see what will happen. They have a throwing deep into the Heidel's half, and let's see what they will do with this one. So it's another throw in for the KC team. The Heidel team is looking a little bit, winded, but let's see how this one will pan out. Shot from far out from the Heidel's captain, and it's way over the bar, but good idea there. Match all tied up at 2-all in the 84th minute. So, this one is going right down to the wire. KC comes forward with the ball once more. Beautiful run here by the captain, number nine of, well, by the number nine of KC. Not sure he's the captain. Lots of defending here by the Hydel team, looking really winded. So KC teams seem to have more energy, but let's see how this one pans out. Giving away the ball is Hydel. Good ball played through. Let's see what will happen. Ball played back inside by KC. Shot taken, brilliant save. And I think he might have been offside right there. Yes. I don't know why he interfered with the play. The KC player, but a beautifully worked pass is there by the KC team. Good shot by the number 11 Heslop. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper, and that kept this match 2-2. So it's going to be a substitution that's being made. It's another substitution by Vassal Reynolds for the KC team. It's number 2 that is coming out and number 18 that is going in. So number 2 was the player that got them back into this. He scored in the 51st minute. That's Smith, and he's congratulated by his coach. And Holloway is in for Smith. So Holloway is on for Smith. That's the change made in the 86th minute by Vassarinis for KC. So the match continues to go forward with KC going down the right hand side. Let's see what will come out of this play. Long ball inside, headed out by the Hydel defenders. Hydel trying to come forward with this one, but loses the ball to KC, who is building down the right hand side once more. Good pass in here, but great defending and a foul that's called on the KC player. So a free kick for the Hydel team deep into their own half, and the referee having some words with a few of the players just to keep calm as the game progresses here. So we're in the 88th minute. It's 2 goals to Hydel, 2 goals to KC. It's 2-all in the 88th minute. Free kick taken by the Hydel team, booted up into the deep into the KC half. Well defended by the KC team. They're going down the right hand side with their attacks again, broken up by the Hydel team, and they continue to build. It's with the Hydel team now going forward. Our goal here now could win it for any of the teams. So it's a delicate time in the game where you don't want to attack and open up your back lines and lose out on the game, or you don't want the other team to come scoring on you, because you also need to try to score to win this one. So it's striking up that balance between attack and defense to see what will happen for you as a team. So we're in the 89th minute here. It's still 2-all, 2 goals to Hydel, 2 goals to KC. It's a substitution is being made by the Hydel team. So number 21 is coming off and number 18 is going on. I'll give you some updates. So it's Brooks that's going on and Stewart that's coming off. So it's number 16 going on, which is Brooks, and replacing number 23, I think. So a minute or so left in regular time to play the stoppage time as KC comes forward once more, but well defended by the Hydel team. So corner kick for KC. Heads go up, ball is loose in the box. Can they get a shot off? Shot from about 19 yards out, but he got too much underneath that one and it flies over the top. But good intention there by the KC player, but didn't they wasn't able to keep that one down, and the chance go a begging. So we're over. We're played 90 minutes now, and I'm just waiting on the fourth official to give us the number of added minutes that we're going to be playing in this one. But the 90 minutes has been completed, and let's see how things will progress going forward. It's a back kick for the Hydel team. So there's going to be 4 minutes of added on time here, and the ball is with Hydel, trying to string a few passes together down this left hand side. Well tackled up by the KC team over there, and we are pretty much played 1 minute of added on time already. So 3 minutes left in regular time. I wonder if any of these teams can, get that go ahead goal to clinch it in the dying moments of this one, or it's going to go, further for these two teams as it relates to either overtime and penalties or just penalties. All right, so Casey going forward, shot taken, weak shot on target. So well held by the goalkeeper of the Hydel team. So we're in the third minute of stoppage time, and both teams are trying to get everything out to get that last chance to go ahead. The team scoring now would definitely win this game. Lots of players having cramps and so on. But here comes Heidel going down the right hand side here. Probably the last attack of this game, giving away the ball to the KC team who's driving down their right hand side, broken up by Heidel. And this one seemed to be going heading toward a draw. Here comes Casey once more. Beautiful turn by the number 9 here, finding lots of energy and making some good moves, but ball given away to Hydel. We're in the 94th minute of this one. Hydel drives this one forward, booted out by the KC. So let's see what's happening here. Another stoppage in play, and let's see what is happening where. So let's go. It's the ball is with the Heidel custodian and that's it. So it's full time. The referee has seen enough of this one, and he has called full time on this one. The players have given it their all, and to be honest with you, Heidel getting 2 goals up with this one, I strongly thought they had the energy to hold off the Kingston College team, but the Kingston College team they showed their bravery, and they came back into this one, scoring 2 goals. So just to give you a
So
summary of
Ruben,
what.
yeah, just before you get there, just want to let viewers or listeners know that this is going to go straight to a penalty kick. There's no extra time. That's my understanding, that there won't be any extra time. It's just going to go straight to a penalty kick. And welcome, Raheem. Well, not Raheem. What is this? Young X-Ray Entertainment, welcome. And Lenroy, welcome. And Raheem, 2-2. So we should be going to a straight penalty kick. That's your understanding too, Ruren?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm looking to see what will happen here. I'm not too sure about
I
what will
am
happen, but
almost certain
either
that
way,
at this stage, I think it's going to go straight to a penalty shootout. So I guess you'll await that to see, what is happening. And it's like, I wasn't expecting to be here, but it's more exciting. But now I'm thinking, Ruren, that perhaps Mona is going to take the the final. I don't know. Or maybe this is not the best from either team here this evening. So we'll see. We'll definitely see.
well, it's a lot of thinking and a lot of things that happens off the ball as well. You know, the Hydel team came out really well in the first half, got 2 goals, and we have to give credit to Vassal Reynolds and the KC team for forming up some strategies to come back into this one. It's not easy coming down from 2 goals down, so they did a lot of work during the halftime to shut the Hydel team down, along with maybe the Hydel team exerting too much energy in the first half. I'm not sure, or it's a combination of those two, but that's what happened. And the KC team slowly and gradually built themselves back into the game, and they had so much possession that they they got a few opportunities and they put them away.
Right, right, right. And as you said, I'm really happy to see Casey, bouncing back. The brave may fall but never yield, and they're saying like, we're in this, we're going to work until, whatever it may be, but we're still here. And for sure, that to me was definitely significant there with Casey. And Garvin is saying Casey know how to win. And we'll see with the penalty kicks, it's penalty. And I am not sure. So a lot of pressure now on the custodians, as you would say, Rurian, to perhaps deliver for their team, respective team. And so we're here. So guys, hit the like button, man. We're doing our best to ensure that you are kept, up to date as it relates to what is happening in this game. So right now it is 2-2. It's a draw. And it is my understanding that we're going to go straight to penalties. And so we're just awaiting that, and we'll give you all the excitement, Ruran. So as you know, you just give the viewers the excitement in the kick in terms of the kicks and the saves, and we'll see how it goes. And of course, we'll just stay back for a little bit just to take a few calls. If you'd like to share your excitement, please share in the chat. Let us know where you're tuned in from as well. And importantly too, guys, please remember to tap the bell and select all so that you can receive updates from here. So we try our best to share updates on the Costa Cup, because we're country people. We just love sports and education and sharing on as it relates to topical issues. So Ruran, I believe it's going to be a penalty shootout
Yeah,
right
so
away. Do you
we're
agree?
going close. We're going straight to penalty kicks. It's going to be Casey who is we're going to be kicking first. It's the number 3 player who is going to show his heart of steel, just to remain composed and be able to slot home from that 12-yard mark. It's not so far away, but a lot happens between that 12-ball mark, the 12-yard mark, and where the goalkeepers stand. You know, it's going to be the composure of the kickers versus the guessing of the goalkeepers as well. And they'll try their best to get into the heads of the kickers. But This is going to be a cracker. Let's see who
I have a
what let's
commentary in
know
the chat.
who will come away with this
Well,
one. Talk to the
Lenroy is
people
saying
in the chat.
KC got this. Jesus went to KC,
Oh,
so
yeah. Okay. Right. And Casey got the first one. Beautifully taken with penalty. Two steps up and slotting to the right of the goalkeeper. The captain, number three, scored his penalty. And he waited until the goalkeeper committed and then slotted home off the inside of the boot. Beautifully executed penalty kick. And it's advantage KC. It's the number 8 coming up from Hydel to take the first kick for his team to restore parity in this one. Spots the
I
ball
don't
here.
like. I'm happy that KC got that one, but you know that the keeper went the same way in that direction of the ball. It was just perhaps the timing.
Awesome. So it's 1-1-1. So it's 1-1, beautifully taken penalty kick by the number 8 from Hydel. And it is 1-1 from these two guys. So the thing is with these guys, they're waiting until the goalkeeper gives an indication that they are going one of the way, and then they try to go the other way. It's hard for them to change direction and catch up with the ball. So that's the thing. The striker watches the keeper very keenly to see where he's committed to. And then that is they try to kick to the opposite side. So it's the number 9 of Casey who steps up for the second penalty. And let's see, 3 steps back and he's shooting and score. Keeper sent the wrong way. And it is 2-1 to KC, number 9, burying his chance to score from the 12 yards. So it's advantage KC once more.
Yeah, Shane, welcome. Shane is saying Hydel win match done. And Lenroy is saying crap, I guess, for KC there. So the chat is warming up, of course. Remember to hit the like button and the subscription button, guys. And once you're here, we're going to give it to you. Over to you, Ruren.
Yep, and the number 9 of Hydel steps up for his kick as well. 3 strides back and he's ready. Let's see what will happen for this one. Beautifully taken penalty as well, and it's 2-2 on penalties. Both teams look composed with their penalty kicking, and I tell you, this is a cracker of a game. KC coming back from 2-0 down to get to 2-2 and forcing this one into penalties. And in penalties, we're lost at 2-2 again. Beautiful. So it's going to be the number 7 player from KC who comes for the third kick for them. Number 7 player, he strides back about 3 or 4 paces.
Looks a little bit nervous. I don't know.
And it's saved!
I told you,
save here.
He was looking nervous. He was looking nervous. And that's what I said to you. He looks a bit nervous.
Beautiful save. So it is advantage to Hydel, not the best kick that was made. It was close to the upright, but it didn't have the pace on it, and the goalkeeper was able to catch up with that one, and he's showing some emotion. The goalkeeper from Hydel. So it's Hydel with the chance to go ahead with this one. Shot taken, scored. So it's Hydel who scores 3 on the bounce. And it's the number, let me tell you who that player is. Seems to be the number 14 player that got that one in.
Henry?
Beautifully taken. So
that was Henry, right? Henry. Yeah.
It could be. I'm not seeing the numbers I missed the number just now with
Henry.
It,
guys, we're at 51. Let's run up the likes and run up the subscription, guys. Let's keep it going.
All right, so it's number 11 stepping forward for Casey. Important kick. This one is for them to stay alive in this game. So it's 2-3 and he scores. So it's 3-3 here. However, it is a four kick for the Kingston College team. They have scored three of the four kicks that they have made, expertly taken kick by the number 11 there. And let's see if Hydel will be able to maintain their their lead. Let's see who steps forward for this kick. So the goalkeeper, is encouraged to do something for the KC team by the last kicker, number 11, and it's number 10 that will take the fourth kick for the Hydel team. Really calm approach, shot and slots home, beautifully taken penalty. These guys have practiced lots, and they are taking these penalty kicks as experts would have. So for KC has to score this one to stay in the hunt and hope that their goalkeeper can pull off an awesome save on the last kick, or it's going to be Hydel going through for the final kick. So these two kicks here are really critical. KC has to score this one so that they can remain on par and hope that their custodian does well with that kick. This kick they miss this kick, and it would be game for Hydel. Beautifully taken kick by the number 10 of, of Kingston College, and it's 4-4 on penalties. He kicked that one down the middle. No approach at all, and he got some good pace on that one. The keeper stood no chance. So it's the number 3 player for Hydel who has the opportunity to send them through to the final 5-4 on penalties. Let's see what happens. Lots of pressure on this kick. So we can see the camps huddling, praying and asking. And let's see what will happen here. Let's go with this one. Shoots and scores, and Hydel is through to the final. They buried their 5 penalty kicks, and the custodian of the Hydel team denied the number 7 of KC the third kick, and they lose out to the final. There are lots of exchanges happening in between the players, and we don't like to see those aspects of the game, but it's Hydel that will go through to the final to meet Mona. Beautifully taken free kick by almost all the players, penalties rather, by all the players, and they have been well trained and must be commended on the job that they have
For
done.
sure. For sure, it's a great one. Congratulations to Hydel. Very well played, Casey. And with you saying that, the intensity, not just in terms of, not just in terms of the game, but outside of that, are you saying that persons are getting physical right now, or, tensions, camp?
A few words being exchanged between a few of the players on the field. The match has been decided now, so everybody is, having something to say. It wasn't a lot, but these things do happen in sports, and unfortunately, we can't have two winners. But we expect that these guys display good sportsmanship, despite the results that they get from these games. The number 7 player was distraught because his penalty was the one that was saved, and he was laying down on the ground. And you can
You're a bit
understand it.
muffled, Ruren, so you're not coming through so clearly. Guys, remember to hit the like button and the subscription button. So, and Stacy and Brown, welcome. And Stacy is saying, yes, Hydel win cup, 3 cup for Hydel and international Hydel. So, Ruren, let us see if we're hearing you any better right
Yeah,
now.
let me know if you're hearing me any better.
Yes, you are sounding better.
Yeah, I'm sounding better. Yes. So brilliant kicks. So like some beautiful kicks. And there has been lots of chatter, and one team had to win, but I must commend Casey for their resilience and not going down and say we're 2 down, we're out of this one. They came back and brought it to penalties, which was an amazing feat.
For sure, for sure. And so at this point, we can take a couple of calls. So if you would like to just call in briefly to share, you can do that. The number is on the screen there. So again, it's Hydel that is going, to the final. I predicted, but not the way how I was predicting. And Hydel will meet Mona High there. So would love to hear from you guys. Who do you believe is going to be the Manning Cup champion this year? So far, Stacy saying it's going to be Hydel, and any Mona supporters here, what do you believe? So we're still here, and KJ saying thanks, voices, you're welcome, and Samuel, welcome. Not sure what your comment is there, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us hit the like button, and importantly, let us hit that subscription button as well. So we're going to see, Mona and Hydel in the final, and tomorrow the Doncaster Cup final will be decided as well, right? We have Clarendon College and Garvey Masseo and Glenmuir and Dintil. So that is going to be exciting as well. And if you're interested in that, please come back here for that. So you need to hit the subscription button and tap that bell, select all, and turn on your post notification. So, I guess Ruren, you're there getting some updates to share with us, some final updates before we close this one out. But for sure, for me, it was a very exciting encounter. I like when, it is this exciting where you're just on the edge and just wanting to see what will happen. The students, the players, they have worked very hard. And, win, lose, or draw, I always say support your team. They need your support. They have put in a lot of work. And so continue to cheer them on, continue to support them. And even if they did not make it to the final this season, there's always next season. So let us continue to support them. And Stacey is saying they have worked very hard throughout the season. And for sure, I agree. And I guess Stacey is referring to Hydel. And Gary is saying here, welcome, Gary, welcome. The goalkeeper moved before the ball was kicked. That is why Hydel won. Okay, I am not able to say otherwise because not sure. There, Gary, not on site to see, so not sure, but thanks for sharing there, Gary. All right, so again, lots, I guess, in this one, it was very exciting, and I know Ruren is perhaps trying to get some information as best as possible to share with us. And again, guys, we can do better with the like and subscription. So let us just run that up some more. All right, let us run that up some more. Let us, hit the button. And as you know, Mona created history, and perhaps Hydel too today in some way, shape, or form. But welcome, 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 welcome. And if you're just tuning in, you would have missed it. A very exciting encounter between Kingston College and Hydel. And I'm telling you, Hydel started out, very good in that context. And then we saw Casey, and I was saying, will Casey demonstrate that the brave may fall but never yield? And absolutely they did. They did that, and they showed us that, we might be down, but we're not out. And they played their hearts out to the very last kick. And Stacey is saying, who is biased or what is biased? Stacey, Hydel have won, definitely, and that is a result that we accept, because unless we get something otherwise, then we cannot say otherwise. Hydel did very well, KC did well, both teams did well, and I, as a country girl, I'm really happy to see how, the game unfolded, because I like the excitement. I do not like to see when one team is dominating. We want to see great and rich football. So I was happy that both teams did equally well in this one. It could have gone either way with the penalty kicks. And, so for me, it was a very good matchup between both schools. Gary is saying you have a beautiful voice, though. Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And Ruran, are you here? Do you have further
Yes,
updates for us?
I'm back with a bit more update for you guys. So, I was listening to the post-match presentation and,
You're
for
a
scoring
little
that.
bit low. I just want to ensure that we're here. You're coming through very well. So, not yet.
So just I'll try. Just let me know when I'm sounding
It's
better.
it's muffled somewhat.
So
Yeah,
let's just see.
yeah, that's
Yeah, let
better.
me just. That's better.
Yeah.
So this is I picked up. So Henry, the number 14 player who scored in the 23rd minute for Hydel, was named the man of the match. And he said that their coach believed totally in them and they have a strong belief in their camp. And that is what is pretty much fueling their fight going on. Um, Vassal Reynolds also spoke as well, and he is the coach of KC. He said that they had some good talks with the guys over the halftime, and they came back, well, and brought back the game to even Stevens. But he was just concerned that he's concerned that the goalkeeper for the Hydel team is a former KC player. So he said that these players know he knows
Each other.
where some of his yes, and knows where some of these players will kick the ball when taking penalties. But he was really happy for his boys, and he said that it's a challenging thing to do when it comes on to penalty kicks, and he really commended his boys for doing that well.
So,
And
Ruren, just before you
yes,
move there, I'm just going to ask you to clarify, was it a concern of the coach or was it just an expression? Because concern to me sounds, strong, because I mean,
no, just
obviously it was eligible to move and play for Hydel. So is it a
for sure, that
concern
wasn't a
or
concern, but
okay, just
he
saying
was
that he's
aware of this.
knowledgeable of the team?
Knowledgeable, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That's the right word. Yeah. So as it relates to the other coach, Donovan Anderson, he was totally elated and spoke so well about his boys. And he said, they were confident once it went to penalties that they would have taken care of business. And, based on how the guys kick their penalties too, it shows that they have been practicing lots and they executed perfectly on the big stage. So that was good. And he also said that he has a group of guys that he would go to the war with, meaning that they are so committed and they have this never say die mentality, and they have cracked the door for the title, and they're looking to walk through this on the in the final against Mona. So that's pretty much what covered the post match presentation. Just to recap, number 14, Henry got the man of the match award, and the coaches had great praises for their teams, and we're looking forward to the final of the Manning Cup coming up soon.
Yeah, for sure. I think the final is going to be on December 8th. So, guys, if you want to be here for all the excitement and updates, you know what you got to do. You got to hit that subscription button and also tap that bell and select all. So, in the sense that you're turning on your post notifications so that you do not miss any updates. So I'm just seeing, your comment there in the chat, Gary. Thanks for sharing. And we're just here. We can take a couple of calls. So the line is open. So if you call the WhatsApp number that you see on screen, we'll be able to hear from you. So would love for you to call in to get a call or two, so we can take at least about two calls before we kind of wrap up things here. Just two short calls. So if you're interested in doing that, the number is on screen. If you're going to call, please turn down or mute your YouTube feed so we don't get that feedback here. But absolutely a very exciting game, and one that lived up to the expectation of what a semifinal ought to look like and feel like. The excitement, and just wondering how this is going to end, as opposed to seeing one team scoring 10 goals and the other team just not there yet, and then the game is just like how it's going to turn out. And so, as we were talking through this one, Rory, and I was saying, I would love for KC to come back very early in the second half just to get this, momentum going. Well, I was saying, 3-1 in favor of Hydel, but hey, it did not happen that way. And, again, I was asking if KC was going to demonstrate that the brave may fall, but never yield. And also whether Hydel was going to continue to soar upwards on the wings of excellence. And we saw that both teams demonstrated, those. And I am really happy to see the game could have gone, either way. And what you said in terms of what Coach Reynolds said about the goalkeeper at the start, we were told that information. And obviously, as he mentioned, the knowledge in terms of how certain players are going to kick, perhaps, help in that sense. But that's how it is sometimes. And again, it could have been either team, but congratulations to Hydel, and I'm proud of them, because I remember again, we having this conversation, and when I saw them and then listened to their coach, I said to you, they're going to go all the way. If the coach is saying that, believe them, they're going to go all the way. And I believe they were also docked some points too, so to see them going through that and being here, that's super for them. So congratulations to Hydel, and well played, Kingston College. And guys, let me tell you now, you're gonna hear favoritism come next week. Is it next week? I believe so. So when KC and Glenmuir meets in that Champions Cup, is it semi-final? Then we'll see. And by the way, KC and Glenmuir, I believe they're brother and sister school, I believe, same founder or related founder, Percival Gibson. And so, yeah, we'll see them. So Bishop Gibson, they do share that, they have that in common. So we'll see those two schools and we'll see what happens there. Also, tomorrow is the DaCosta Cup semifinal 1 and 2. And we'll see, I believe both games are being played at the same time. So we'll try to bring updates from both games as best as we can, if the situation allows for that, and just try to update you. So in that, we'll see Glenmuir and Dintil, and the big bad Clarendon College. CC had a very good run in the D Cup match, in the D Cup, in the D Cup competition. So Clarendon College and of course Garvey Massio. So right now we have 3 Clarendon schools in the semifinal. Will we get a ding-dong Clarendon final? Will Dintil spoil the party? What says you, Rurian, in that context before we go?
Well, really interesting. The Clarendon schools have done really well so far. But before I get into that, there was something I forgot to mention as it related to the penalty. I'm not too sure what Gary saw in terms of the movement of the goalkeeper, but the goalkeepers are allowed to move laterally, so they can move on the goal line left or right, but they can't come forward before the ball is kicked. So they are allowed to move, but only lateral movement. And usually, what happens is that the linesman normally stands on the edge of the goal line and the 6 yard box to ensure that they are in the proper position. If that were not the case, then the penalty would be called back. So just to clarify that for Gary. So if that happened, it would be an oversight on the officials' behalf. As it relates to the Clarendon Derby in the final, that would be awesome. The semifinals are going to be really exciting, and I can't wait to see what will happen. CC has been a cut above all the teams that they have gone up with, gone up against this season. So we're
Yeah.
expecting them to do the same. So it's pretty much going to be about the next game. What's the how CC is going to be playing against
Garvey.
Garvey.
Cuban, so
Cuban versus True Blue.
yeah, so Cuban, Color Red versus Dintil.
So the possibility lies that we could have well, for sure, there must be one Clarendon team in the finals for sure.
Yes, CC is saying, okay, we're going there. But I am wondering if Dintil is going to spoil the party. So, well, that's a consideration there, but I guess we'll find that out tomorrow.
There's only one way to find out for sure, and it's to follow the game tomorrow. So we have to say thanks to the kids who joined us here to support us.
You're low again, Rory, and we're not hearing you.
We just want to say thanks to the supporters who are here supporting us as we brought coverage about this game.
Okay, perhaps we heard some saying that you want to say thanks to the supporters, perhaps?
Yes, of the channel.
Okay, of the channel. Awesome. Yes, guys, on that note, we want to say thank you. Thank you so much for coming over and sharing in this edutainment. It was definitely an exciting one, where I guess some of us weren't expecting that, but for sure, if you were here or there in person, you would have really had, a good time with this one. Absolutely impressive, and both teams did very well. All right, Ruren, if you're able to mute, that would be awesome. So we're about to just close this one off. So just check in the chat here to see if I have any final comments in the chat before we go. But again, thank you so much for coming over. Thank you so much for being a part of this edutainment. Remember to hit the like button. Remember to hit the subscription button. And also turn on your post notification so that you do not miss any updates. Blessings and love, everyone, and we'll see you in the next live. Take care. Bye for now.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can listen to the different voices in education. Stay tuned.